Hey guys, welcome to another Syntax Inferno Java tutorial, and today we will be looking at for loops and how you can incorporate them into your own code. Let's get into it. Now before we get started, you want to make sure on your system you at least have some form of IntelliJ, because this is where we will be coding. They have an Ultimate Edition, they have a Community Edition. As you see, it doesn't matter which one you have. It really comes down to preference. The Ultimate Edition will cost you money, but the Community Edition is free and you get everything you need to get started with coding. Now to get started with for loops, a for loop is a count-based loop that iterates a specific number of times. Now what's different between this and a while loop is while loops only repeat while a certain condition is true in a Boolean statement, and they will repeat until it becomes false. For loops, on the other hand, will only repeat a specific number of times that is inputted to repeat, and there is a variable that will be incremented inside the loop as a condition. Now to get started with building the foundation of our for loop and coding, what we can do is you type for, then parentheses, then curly braces, and inside your parentheses you're going to initiate your incremented variable. We're just going to call this int I. This variable will always be a number or a double or a float. It will never be a string. So to keep going here, we're going to set our increment variable to 0, and then you're going to put a semicolon. On the other side of the semicolon is going to be our expression, and our expression is going to determine how many times this for loop is going to iterate. So we're going to set I to less than 5, so it's going to iterate 5 times, because it's going to start at 0 and then go to 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, but it's going to stop at 5. All right, after the expression we can go ahead and we can add our increment, and what this is going to do is this, by adding this I++, well, for us it's going to be I, but I can be any variable you want it to be, but whatever variable you put the plus, and what this does is it adds 1 to that count, and then it's going to iterate again. It's going to keep adding 1 until it reaches 5, but it isn't going to go to 5. It's going to stop at 4, because remember, our expression is when I is less than 5. Now that we have the foundation of our for loop, we can go ahead and include our statements right down here that we want to iterate over. And just for the sake of it, we're going to go ahead and use a print line method. And if you don't know how to use the print line method, you can check the video in my description where I made a video explaining how to do that. So to do this, we're just going to simply do system.out.print line, add our parentheses, then our semicolon, and then inside here you can put whatever text you want, but I'm gonna go with Syntax Inferno. Now that we have built our for loop, we can go ahead and run this just to see how it runs.
Music licensing reimagined.
And as you're gonna see, it's gonna print out 5 times. Thank you all so much for watching once again for another Syntax Inferno tutorial. This was a little bit of a shorter video because it was a little simpler of a concept. Didn't really take much explaining, but I hope this helped you in your understanding. Once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.